the first opportunity of my party to face Nigerians in a presidential contest. In 2015, we participated equally in NDG debate for presidential candidates, even though then I was a presidential candidate. But between 2015 and now, I think we have recorded little or no improvement in governance, and the life of people is becoming the worse for it, making Nigeria to be tagged the capital of poverty in the world, which is very disheartening. So I want to say that we cannot continue to do the same thing the same way and be expecting different results. There's need for Nigerians to look at the candidates and their manifestos before they can cast a vote. Nigerians are the worst for it, and the GDP of the country is becoming lower and lower, becoming lower and lower. The bane of this is that unemployment is becoming higher and higher, and this is because of the wrong policy of the government. In 2015, what we were told by the APC was that the subsidy was a fraud. As it is today, the Nigerian government is subsidizing petroleum product, PMS, to the tune of 2 billion naira daily. 2 billion naira daily. If you calculate 2 billion naira, approximately 2 billion naira daily times 30 days, it's too staggering. That is to say that we are subsidizing inefficiency. We are subsidizing the rich. And funds that are hitherto are supposed to go into development, into infrastructure, and to build other sectors of the economy.
It's now the turn of the candidate of the Alliance for New Nigeria, AAN, Khadija Abdullahi Iya.
I am a nation builder, lawyer, and a social entrepreneur. I was born 44 years ago into the family of Elijah Audu Pengila. I was born in Kaduna, grew up in Lagos, and came back to the north. I studied law from the University of Abuja, and I had my master's degree from the University of Jos. I gained my experiences from the legal practice, banking and finance, and media. I founded SI Magazine Limited, which is focused on humanitarian journalism and social development. Before SI Magazine in 2006, I founded an NGO called Beyond Mentors Community Care Initiative, which is devoted to women and children, promoting women empowerment policies, encouraging literacy at the grassroots, and cultivating the spirit of patriotism. I am passionate about women, particularly passionate about the plight of children. That's why most of my programs are focused on and targeted at the children and youth. I believe that we should all be concerned about the plight of children in Nigeria. And that is basically securing our future, the future of our children, our future. I am vying for the office of Vice President of Nigeria because I am concerned about every one of the over 2.1 million children in the Northeast and the IDP camps, which are scattered across Nigeria. I am also concerned about the 13 million children who are out of school. I am, as a wife and a mother of 7, I am committed to using every resource of authority at my disposal to ensure that every child every young person, every mother, and every father gets the opportunities that they deserve in their pursuit of happiness. Thank you.
The candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Professor Yemi Osinbajo.
I'll just go straight to where we're at as a government, beginning with our journey in infrastructure. Today, we have begun perhaps one of the largest infrastructure projects in the history of our country. We're building railways between Lagos and Kano. That medium gauge railway, we'll expect that the first phase of it, that's the Lagos-Ibadan part of it, will be ready in January. At the same time, we've done the Alaja-Warri. All we're left with is supplying feedstock to it. Kano-Maradi Rail, which is one of the oldest commercial routes in the country, that has just been given. And the KfW, the German bank, is sponsoring that railway, the Kano-Maradi Rail. We're also looking at the Lagos-Calabar Rail. And these are some of just the rail routes. In every state of Nigeria today, we have a major road project. Practically 16 years after the Lagos-Ibadan expressway was abandoned. We are dealing with that today, and we're building that Lagos-Ibadan road practically every day today. That's a major road out of the commercial nerve center of Nigeria. At the same time, agriculture. In the area of agriculture, barely 5 years ago, this country was importing $5 million of rice every single day. Today, we're down to 90% less. We're producing 90% of the rice that we consume, and we're importing only 2% of what we used to import. At the same time, there are other forms of produce. Sorghum, for example, is fast replacing barley. We're also in cashew and practically every other area. Agriculture in Nigeria today has certainly gone up in leaps and bounds. I hope we'll have time to talk about that later on. We have a social investment policy, possibly the largest ever in the history of our country. 500 billion is what we're investing in every cycle. Under the Empower scheme, we're employing 500,000 graduates, and the 500,000 graduates are in every single local government. At the same time, we have the homegrown school feeding program. 9.2 million children are fed every single day in 26 states of Nigeria. We have what is called the Government Empowerment and Enterprise Scheme, which is a microcredit loan. We have market money, which is for small businesses, and then we have the trader money, which is for the petty traders. So far, we've done about 1.4 million petty traders and market people in all. At the same time, under that same SIP, we have the conditional cash transfer scheme, taking at least 400,000 people so far out of poverty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
As the turn of the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Peter Obi.
Mr. Vice President, fellow candidates, we now live in a country where we have the highest number of poor people in any nation, 87 million, and growing 6% every minute. Our country today has the highest number of out-of-school children in the world. Our HDI has dropped from 152 to 157. Our global competitive index has dropped from 124 to 127. In terrorism, we have moved from 7 to number 3, just behind Iran and Afghanistan. Our inequality have worsened. Our misery index have worsened. Our stress index, we are now 148 of 149. If you look at all this, it's hinged on 2 things from studies, and that is on education and unemployment. Our unemployment has moved from 24, as you know, to 40 today. The more you can invest in education, the better your economy. That shows we're not investing in education. In issue of unemployment, which has worsened, we have millions of our children out of, and you can see from a study that there's a straight link between SMEs and growing your economy. and we're not supporting on SMEs very well. If you look at what China has been able to do with the SMEs, SME in China is contributing 60% of their GDP. And 60% of China's GDP is 7.2 trillion, which is 18% of Nigerian GDP. They are contributing 60% of the employment. On urban employment, they are contributing 80%. 80% of urban unemployment in China is 480. 80% of that is 380, which is twice Nigerian economy. China today, using the same SME, is guaranteeing 10 million jobs annually. This year alone, half of this year, China produced 7.2 million jobs, which is over 40% of their target. Within the same period, Nigeria lost 44 million jobs. So we need to re-gig this and have a better focus on how we can create jobs. As long as we don't create jobs and have the number of unemployed youths in their productive age that we have today, we're going to have crisis. That's why we have issue of insecurity, issue of instability. All sorts of things we're witnessing today is because we have not been able to create jobs that other countries are creating with effortless ease. And I know that Atiku Abubakar Obi presidency can produce jobs, which is the most critical
to today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Candidate of the Young Progressives Party, YPP, Umar Gesso.
I have a passion for the girl child education, and I spent the early years of my adulthood in the development of a common Nigerian. I was the pioneer member, founder of Falala Women Multipurpose Cooperative Society in Bauchi, which has impacted the lives of a lot of rural women in Bauchi. And I later on founded Youth Enlightenment Initiative of Nigeria, which up to now we are empowering young men and women in the country. I later on joined the political system, which I co-founded New Progressive Movement, a party that intends to create a kind of avenue where the youth can just run what they have politically. And now, as a member, as a running mate of Professor Kingsley Moghalu, I want to use this opportunity to thank the organizers of this event. And my presidential candidate is a person that has a lot to offer to Nigeria, because if you compare him with the choices we have, we can see that Professor Kingsley Moghalu is among the best because he has experience in all sectors of the economy, which is the main problem we're having today in Nigeria. And I, as Umar Gesso, felt that I should join this race because I am a passionate Nigerian. I so much believe in Nigeria working again. And as a mother of three, as a wife, as a normal person, I've been to the lowest level of Nigerian standard of living. And I know how Nigerians are suffering. I know that there is no substantial thing from 1999 to date that a typical Nigerian will show today and say, yes, I am proud of my country. So to be candid, YPP is a party that is here to give a new thing. It's a party that's founded with the new ideology to bring in the paradigm shift, a bunch of kind of new set of politicians, new set of people, because we cannot deal with people that destroy our past to come and to expect them to come and improve our future tomorrow. So we are trying, we in our party, we have a lot of support from the youth, and because we all know that the youth are the future of tomorrow. So in my party, we so much believe in the new Nigeria, a Nigeria where every Nigerian will have an equal right and will have a story to tell tomorrow.